Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Middle Tennessee's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You've got all guns blazing.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Caught over the middle. It's Willis. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
This offense set up with a second and short. He'll just keep slinging it. Finds the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Gattiato. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground to try to move the chains.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend-don't-break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Willis. Stopped after making the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Alabama's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a...
The ball's free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. I don't know that there's anything more demoralizing to an offense than the fumble. I know the defense makes plays, but sometimes they just seem so unnecessary or sloppy.
And I think the offensive coordinator now has some decisions to have to make. Oftentimes, Reese, we see running backs fumble, they get benched. Well, this offense, they're not going to bench this guy because of his talent. But how many more times do you trust him to carry the football on design quarterback runs after that fumble?
Fast motion from the offense. Off play action on first down. Going for it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Good timing on the quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage. I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Oh, he missed it. No good. A missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game, still sitting at 10.
Alabama, 0.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Battiato. He makes the connection. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
3rd and goal, and I like the play call. You're trying to run it in. You expect to be physical, but this offensive line just not getting the job done. They need more push.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Alabama, 0.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Take this one away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
1st and 10.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Middle Tennessee on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. To the air, it's Milroe. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They'll try the run. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
2nd down coming up.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run the draw. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Adams. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Moving out of the pocket. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense set on first down. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
Got it! Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I really like this slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Looking to buy time. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Got it in the middle, it's Stewart. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Coming after him. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Line getting set on second down. Dropping back, it's Battiato. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the move, it's Adams. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Looking to pass, it's Milroe. Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to run it. At the 45, on his way. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he'll home it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Battiato. He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught near the sticks, it's Lacey. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. Makes the catch, it's Kelly. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're going to throw it again. quick completion on the out route. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Going up top on first down. Buys a little extra time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Battiato trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Adams. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create, sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down or see.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
And that's just nice patience and a great route. One-on-one, working the defender, taking his time, getting out of his break, locating the football, and making the catch just in time in bounds.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
This defense doesn't even have a chance to blink after just giving up an explosive play. You get lined up, and all of a sudden they're throwing it over your head again into the end zone. They better get ready, lined up. I'd expect another shot coming up.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Hit as he throws. Ball in the air. Intercepted. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
As the defense comes out, they've got them pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. but really this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Just about set for the second half kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Snap it to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Miller with the ball. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw. It's Milroe. Complete to the left. Tackle is made after the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this league, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. aggressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together an 81-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They're trying to get to it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for a man. It's Battiato. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown time! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the upright to 28-13. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw, using the quick game. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Handoff from the gun. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker.
Well, still a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The give is to Miller. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He lets one fly deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to...
All kinds of running room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They want to throw it. Makes a catch and knocked down. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Another incompletion on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where's the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
So no dice on third down, and they'll punt it away on 4th. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time. Catch inside the 25. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Back to the air one more time. Steps away to find some room. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Willis. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Willis. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Looking for a man. It's Battiato. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Alabama 38, Tennessee.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. Smashes through the tackle. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Now on second down. To the air. It's Battiato. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Trying play action. Feeling some heat. A beautiful Nicely placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, MTSU. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He finds his man. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Smashes through. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run play.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Running back. Second and 12-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Now, a 4th down.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Try to get it on the ground. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. He's going up top here late in the game. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
After the misfire, now on second down. To throw, it's Battiato. Coming after him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete to the left. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Got the back over the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Lacey. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over.